Hi, welcome to Build Across. Scarlett's off today, so I'm filling in. So we're going to, I had these extra circles, if you remember earlier this week or last week, I can't even remember. I showed y'all how to do the monogram on it. So I had these few extra ones that I want to take to Canton with us to sell. So I thought I'd do some like crafty stuff on them just to show you some stuff you can do at home.
They're very diverse. Our
Yes.
circles, man, circles are our best seller overall.
They're like the most popular door hangers. So I'm going to do two different ones for you today, just to give you a little bit of a idea, something you can do. Also, I was thinking that I wanted to. I'm laying out tape to make a straight line right here. I want to make a section or a category on the website of cutouts that you can put on straight onto 18-inch circles. So you could come in and order an 18-inch circle and order an already sized cutout, which I have ordered. Like I've got a magnolia blossom ordered for one. And it'll be like half and half like this is. Like one part will be painted for you to put a name on, and the other part will be stained for you to put an attachment on. So I think I have a rooster ordered, and I have a magnolia blossom ordered. And then I'm making a cactus piece, kind of like my tree piece that I made for the circles. I'm creating one of those right now. And I might come on next week when we get back from Christmas and everything, or after Canton, and show you how I paint them and attach them. So for this one, I thought it would be cool to do a stripe across it and do leopard print, because then you could like paint it, you could put a name on it, you could put a bow on it, you could leave it real sleek and chic. And Scarlett had made a comment the other day about the differences in our leopard print. So you saw how she does hers. Now I'm going to show you how I do mine. So I just eyeballed this. You could totally measure it with a ruler. I've already got dried sage applied here, so I'm going to apply putty right here for my leopard print to go on. Putty is super thick. So it'll just be like a little bit of a deviation in the color. Plus, you can put a stark line on it, which I probably will. And then on the other one, I'm going to do a baseball for you sports moms. So you can show how you can have a baseball door hanger and it still be chic and popular. So, Bill, you ready for Christmas?
Am I ready? Yeah, I am.
Are you?
Yeah, the kids are going to have some really neat things to open this time. And that's fun, watching them have fun.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to dry this just enough to put an outline on it. Or a second coat, actually. Everybody's off. It's just me, Bill, and BJ in the office. Riding it out. I think I finished my Christmas shopping.
Just a reminder to everyone, today is the end of our production week. We'll resume production and customer service on Monday. So, in case you're trying to get in touch with us.
Nobody's answering.
We're off for a couple days.
I'm taking that tape off. I was thinking I would leave it on and make the line, but there isn't enough of a space there. When you're making a straight line, it's best to anchor your arm and not pick up your pen. Even if you feel like you're getting off track, leave your arm down. Because if you pick it up and put it back down, you're going to make like real deviations in the way it looks. And you can come back on it. I like to pull my lines. I might widen it a little bit just to make it look nice and straight. And if you'll notice, like when I'm pulling a straight line, I'm not doing this. I'm pulling my whole body. Because you just learn over years that picking up, putting down, moving your arm back and forth causes your pen to do this, and you'll get like thicker, thinner, thicker, thinner. That makes sense.
Yes.
Thicker, thinner. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to this one for a minute. I got a 14-inch circle to make my baseball shape with. I thought it might fit good. It gives you about 2 inches to each side. Somebody's testing you to see if you're gonna answer.
Yeah, they want some.
So
for real.
I'm going to trace my circle. You could use a bowl, cake pan, anything to make this if you don't have another circle laying around. I have found in the past, like when I have a shape I paint a lot of, I order that pattern or that circle just to keep around, you know?
Just to trace.
Yeah, just to trace. So I did that with a pencil. I'm going to use fluff for the ball because baseballs are dirty. They aren't quite white. Don't you think that would be a cool category for inserts?
Yeah, just circle toppers or something like that. That's what you're talking about. Like
yeah. Is that what,
to make layered
circle toppers?
Yeah.
Is that what we call them?
DIY corner. Yeah, it'd be for people trying to build their own stacked circles.
Yeah, and we take like suggestions.
Yeah.
I have found that a good size, just for reference, if you're going to do an 18-inch circle and you're going to paint the bottom half of it a certain color, I like to go down a little bit further than halfway so that there's a little more space on top. The perfect size of shape to put up here so far has been a 10-inch. But I am like measuring it as I go. So this is going to be my half baseball here. For you baseball moms.
Just to let everybody know, we do sell circles in 5 different materials over here. We sell our MDF, moisture resistant, in 1/8 inch thickness and in 1/4 inch. And we also sell a thicker MDF. It's not moisture resistant, 3/8 if you're looking for some depth. And then we have our 2 pine varieties, yellow pine, which is what Sarah's using today, and white pine.
Yellow pine, I think, stains better. White pine is a smooth
It's got way more character.
Yeah, white pine is a smooth pine.
It's like a homogeneous
great to
veneer.
paint on, but it doesn't have much sustainability.
And it doesn't have the character. You're not going to have the knots and the waves and the crevices.
Amber waves of green. So, it feels weird to not be painting Christmas stuff for y'all.
Yeah.
Can you believe it's almost the new year?
You haven't done your Christmas stuff yet. I can't say anything. I still got to make one final store run.
Store run.
Yeah.
I'm finished shopping, but I've still got one more painting I'm working on. I delivered 6 portraits today. Thank you, Jesus.
You finish them all?
Yeah.
What about our wall art for BJ's office? When's that going to come through? It's going to be after Christmas thing?
After Christmas thing. Okay, I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to go back over here. So when I'm doing leopard print, I start with like a brown color. She said she makes peanuts. I just make weird shapes. I guess a peanut, though, would be a good example. But sometimes I do them, bigger. I almost do like a S, but it does look like a peanut. She's right. Some of them I do smaller. You can come over to the edge here.
Wayne asks, how long into the new year do you continue to say last year's date?
I know.
I do it for months. I do it for months for sure.
I write it. 2022 will be fun to write though, because it's 2-2 instead of 2-1.
What's that? Beans?
Puppies and kittens.
Oh, another vintage Valentine.
Oh, maybe we can give them a sneak peek. These should be.
Have they seen the deer one?
No, I've got that deer one.
Did it cut right?
It's not ready.
I don't know. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, those are like spots to add your glare accent.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I'm not an artiste. What else you want?
The deer.
The deer. The
There
deer.
you go.
Deer. Here, I'll
So
show
I'm
you.
just coming across
See,
with these.
this is a vintage Valentines. These are taken. The ideas are taken from old Valentines cards, right?
Yeah.
And so we've got a few of these coming to the website soon. We've got about 5 or 6 of them now. Huh?
Yeah. Coming up with some.
So that is our next holiday for crafting stuff.
Valentine's.
We have New Year's coming, which is never really big for crafting, but we do have a lot of stuff coming in Valentine's, Mardi Gras, right there around the same time.
Oh yeah.
For Southerners, I guess. I don't know who else does that.
People around
People
here
like it. There's
love it.
There's
Yeah.
an excitement about it for sure.
I saw somebody had a Christmas king cake the other day. Down south.
That I could go for a king cake any time of the year.
To me, a king cake just tastes like a cinnamon roll.
That's all. I mean, but if you get it at certain bakeries, they just do something just magical to it.
I mean, it's just
They have
dry.
their own. Oh
to
no,
me.
you haven't had a good one then. If you say dry, I know you haven't had a good one.
I don't think I've had a good one.
I'm gonna have to buy one.
I'm gonna
down
draw
south.
my laces. For baseball laces, I kind of come in and it's almost an S look, but I bring it in and down. So I'm only doing a halfway here. So I'll come in and head down that way. Is that reminiscent of baseball laces too?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. What do you mean? Am I doing it wrong?
I think they would be probably a little bit wider apart, but depending on what angle you're looking at them from. But it's definitely it resembles it.
I mean, should I make them
I
No.
think just slightly wider, but that's
slightly
you.
wider?
It's your thing. I know in the end you're gonna make it look like a baseball. So okay, I'm definitely not
How's that?
questioning you.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay to mess up. Or to get somebody's opinion.
Cindy never had a king cake.
Cindy's never had.
Cindy.
We should give
You
away a
can-
king cake.
Oh my goodness, it'd be so expensive.
Would
That
it?
crosses. Yes, my goodness. We had one delivered over here for about $60.
No way. From
Yeah.
down south?
Yeah.
What you do is you just get
You
one of
can
these
order 'em
people
from
going
down there,
home
yeah.
and pick one up for you.
Yes, that's what I'll do.
Have somebody pick one up.
Let's see. Vintage look seems to be popular this year. Yes,
It
is. That's where
is.
we pick up our trending ideas from. Is watching the trends. I mean, that's what we invest into normally.
I like the vintage look when I'm looking for ideas for new shapes, new designs. I like to start with vintage looks because everybody loves a good vintage look. And I like to when I'm looking for new like abstract designs, I go and look at wallpaper online. I search wallpaper, I search vintage, fairy tale, like all of that to get my. I'm not one of those people who designs really simple designs. It's really hard for me to like make something simple. I don't know why, but it is.
You'll get to dumb it down.
Try not to use that word. Okay. Red laces. I'm gonna use barn red. And it's kind of really thick. I want it to be really smooth.
Yeah, so you get it.
Get it good.
Oh, speaking of which, I got to show you this. Like I showed you the VR set the other day. I bought this. It's a 3D sketch thing. Like it is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I've played with that more than any
Is
other.
it on your thing?
Yes, like you can do everything in real space. And like I can draw something over here, and then go draw something on the other end of the room, and move them around.
Really?
Yeah, it's cool. Like you can do it in 3D. Like you can. BJ made an airplane yesterday that you could walk around and like see all the sides of it. It was neat.
Don't be afraid to add water to your paint and stir it up. You want it to be smooth. The thicker it is, the harder it is for me to get a good line.
Noane asked if we do any baking for the holidays. Do you do any baking? You did some cookies the other day.
I
Do
made
you do other-
cookies, yeah.
What about when you go to your family things? Do you-
No, we have a tradition on Christmas Eve of taco soup. So
I
it's
do some baking, but it's not normally going to be sweet stuff.
not like Thanksgiving bacon. So
That's-
I'm gonna.
That's definitely the perfect red for it. Which
Yeah,
one
it's
is
a
that,
good one.
Barn?
This is Barn Red. Dixie Belle Barn Red. It's okay that it's not getting in all the little grooves because I really want a more rustic look here
Yeah.
because I'm trying to give
Looks
it a little bit of class.
Looks intentional that way.
Yeah. It's not just your basic ball door hanger. And isn't baseball a spring sport? Like, isn't
You
it
can
time?
play baseball whenever. I think they have fall ball and spring ball. I don't know.
You could do this with a tennis ball, with a volleyball, whatever your kid does, whatever type of mom you are. I think you could do it with a pom pom, you know? It would just look good. So I like to use a long brush when I'm doing laces. You want to go V's up and V's down. So I'll start right here and I'm just going to I'm not going to swipe. I'm going to actually lay my brush out and push it down just to get that.
Oh, Nan joined us today. She might not get in trouble at work. Nan was just requesting some more stuff with you the other day, which we do hope to present to y'all in the new year. We're gonna start doing some more technique videos and whatnot.
I messed up.
Are going to try our best to put more video content out for y'all.
A baby wipe will help you if you messed up. I wasn't thinking. I jumped ahead of myself.
Every Christmas, this is Cindy Norman. Every Christmas, we have burritos and nachos. That has never made it to our family stuff on that day. We've done it for other things, but
That's what our Christmas Eve is, taco soup. Now Christmas Day, my stepmom will cook a big lunch.
fish fry.
Hey.
I said fish fry. That's we've done that before. We've done a seafood thing.
Okay, so I jumped ahead of myself and I started doing the laces before I put the holes underneath them for the laces. So I just kind of wiped those off with a baby wipe, and
Are you gonna shadow the holes first?
I'm gonna make the holes, yeah. So for the holes, this looks a little bit big. I'm gonna use a pencil eraser. Normally I would use, if I was doing a full baseball, I would use the end of this foam brush. Or I'm gonna use a pencil eraser for these, and I'm gonna use black.
Is that an actual black? Is it caviar or what is that?
Caviar.
Okay.
So
Does Dixie Belle have one that's just called black?
nope.
No. Okay.
Theirs is caviar, and then in the silk paint, it's Anchor. Anchor has a green base. It's a really good black, but it has a green base. So I
had to get Tristan some, and I think she may have told me to get caviar, but I noticed there's not just a black.
It's caviar.
Yeah.
There's not a white either.
Right.
It's cotton or fluff.
She's starting to get a pretty nice collection of Dixie Belle products.
They're good to have because you can use them for years.
Well, we use them. We've used them on furniture and stuff too. So
I'm doing tight laces. Some people do overly big ones far apart. I like them to be neat and tight. Just stamping this down. And down the other side. Can't believe Christmas is like 2 days away. And it's going to be like 90 degrees. Is everybody going to have a hot Christmas like we are?
yeah, except for Alaska, I think.
Alaska. I'm putting up a greenhouse today.
Really?
Yep, I have a friend
What
coming to
size?
help me. It's like a 7x12. It's to go over my turtles.
And you're gonna use it for plants too?
Well, I might sit some plants in there, but mostly it's to cover my turtlearium. My turtlearium is like what?
I just think it's funny to do that. I mean, I like it.
It's huge. My turtlearium is like.
How many turtles you got?
I have 3,
3.
but they have 2 5x5 spaces
Do
that
you
are
have a
connected.
tortoise in there, or is it just like regular?
They're all
box turtles?
well. Box turtles are tortoises.
Are they?
Yeah. A tortoise just means it's a land. Okay, I'm going to switch out. Back here, where my brown has been drying. I'm going to make sure that my brown got really dry. I have 2 5x5 raised flower beds that they're in. And then it has like a 1-foot box space between them.
Yeah.
And
Who done that?
Did you just do that?
who done that?
He walks in with a circular saw. He cut through the wire. He cut through the power.
Oh no. Okay.
Never a dull moment. Look what Patty did.
So when I'm doing the
Whoever put this you're a real clown. Repair on here, we gotta just walk away from
Get some wire nuts and do it right. Oh my goodness.
I come back on the leopard print with black, and I like to create parentheses around them. But I need them to be messy, so I kind of like do my brush up and down when I'm doing it. Because it's fur. Leopard print is fur. It's not like smooth or anything. It's got texture and dimension.
Man said it's in the 80s. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Indianapolis is unseasonably warm, but they're loving it there because unseasonably warm for them is like probably
Comfortable.
60 degrees or 55 degrees or something. Cindy Norman said it should be in the 60s in Kansas.
We're going to have like a Florida Christmas here. And then it'll be like snowing in March.
Jill said she hasn't tried this leopard print, but it looked pretty easy.
So I do come back on my chocolate with the black. And I call them parentheses. You just hit each side, leaving spaces in between. And I add some little black blobs down around it. It's super easy. Super easy. So far it's putty on the base, chocolate for the middles, and now I'm adding black caviar for Dixie Belle. Which, if you were doing it like with apple barrel paints, you could do like mocha, black, and like burnt sienna or burnt umber. Yay! Yay! Zebra print's easy to do too. I wish I still had my paintings here. I could show y'all how good they turned out. But I delivered them. They're going to Shreveport today.
If we're having the local people out, this is our last day doing kettle corn. We actually have 3 locations today. One is at the Conlin Mall in Monroe, Louisiana, where we have all 30 of our, or actually over 30 flavors, probably about 35 flavors, where you can get your last minute gifts. We have our popcorn in jars and bags over there in all those flavors. Plus, we have a couple roadside locations in Tallulah, Louisiana, and also in West Monroe at the Well Road Pilot. So if you're in any of those areas, check us out.
All right. So that's for now. I'm going to come back in just a minute and add the gold. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to come back to the baseball. I'm going to dry these spots a little bit better so I can show you. What was that? We need a reaction video.
Yeah.
Billy over
We
here.
were talking about it right before. So oh my God, guys. I wish I could explain this better to you, but what I'm seeing is. Okay, let me tell you what I'm looking at.
If you're prone to hot flashes, this gun will get you every time. Like, I want to turn on my
Our
fan
other
right now.
gun that we bought with the shrink wrap machine burned out just that fast.
No
It
way.
no longer worked. And I had to use that one to start doing stuff over it.
I took mine to Canton because in Canton you got to heat up the vinyl a little bit if you want it to stick. This is probably going to make a mess. Okay, back to the red.
Well, hopefully, our new climate controlled final room in Canton, it may be a little better.
If I were going to do this like not on a live in real time, I would let this dry completely before I came back in. I'm going to start by laying my brush in the black and pushing down to the line. That's how I do my laces. It creates that look. You just lay it like right halfway in and push down with your V. It's like a stamp. Don't swipe it, stamp it. Just use one of the long pointy brushes to get that look and just stamp it down. Look how easy that is.
Yeah, and that's what you're doing there is pretty accurate as far as the laces because they're not lacing across from hole to hole. They're going in the crease there.
And just coming back the other way, stamping up. Now this is where people mess up a lot of times. They want to go the same direction, but on the other lace, it's going to be the opposite. So generally, I'll turn it around, and there is no need to try and make these perfect. Okay, so these are going that way, so these are going to go this way. I like to create that faux one right at the crease too. See how easy that is to make a great lace? Just stamp your brush. Perfect. This would be so cute on somebody's door with their last name. I know this one's going to sell in Canton. But you bet it goes first. What are y'all doing now that Christmas is over for you who are selling door hangers? What shapes are y'all working on? Stamp it. You can't even tell I messed up there earlier. So once I have the laces down, I dirty it up a little bit because baseballs are rough. So I'm going to go back to my putty brush that I had, and I'm just going to like give it some, well, I'm going to put some putty back on the brush first.
Carrie said she's still working on snowmen.
Snowman.
Yeah, it's not too late.
I'm just going to like swipe my brush across here in the shape of the ball just to give it like that little bit of dirtiness.
It's like everybody else is on to spring and Valentines, so that's just what we expect.
Then I'm going to bring, the last one I'm going to bring in is a little bit of chocolate. And I'm going to hit this around the outside edges more, just to kind of give it a little bit of a barrier.
Oh, yeah. I see it coming to life now.
Without having, and I'm also going to hit the top.
You guys, you wouldn't believe what I'm seeing.
I told Billy he needed to do this, like, because I was like, position it more in front of me than to the side of me, because nobody wants a side view of me. And he's like, I'll just point it at myself. And I was like, yeah, an unboxing, and he could tell y'all what he's seeing instead of letting y'all watch it. Dirty up the bottom just a little bit too, just to give it that roughness. What do y'all think? Isn't this so cute? Not perfect.
They came out good. So
This
when
is
you do
gonna
there,
sell.
you go and vinyl the bottom, or
Yeah, like vinyl your name or write your
Put a
name
custom
across
cut.
there. A custom cut name. You could do a custom like 10-inch name, 10-inch word.
Yep. Yeah, that'd do it. That'd
Welcome
be
to the so and so, or just welcome or hello or play ball,
good.
whatever you
Yeah.
want. You know, like. But I think this is like a super cute way to do the baseball door hanger without it looking childish. Without it looking childish or anything. So let me do this real quick before we get off of here. I'm going to add some of the gold to this. Just to
That's the what is that one? Moose.
gold gemstone mousse.
Gemstone moose.
Yeah. Just to give it a little bit of
Do we have more of that here?
bouginess. Yeah.
We do. We got a hold on one.
I think
I
so.
need to buy one.
There's some at the thrift store.
They didn't have the gold.
Oh. I just placed an order that had some in it too. It should be at the thrift store unopened. You could get one of those. And I'm just like dabbing. When you're doing leopard print, don't be swiping. Be dabbing.
There's no crying in baseball.
Yeah. Yes, that's a good one. I love that
League
movie.
of their own.
I love that movie. Gina Davis was so good in that. I forget.
Everybody
Like
did a good-
Madonna
they had a
was
good
in
cast
that.
There. Rosie O'Donnell.
Yes.
Tom Hanks.
That was a good movie.
A lot of people.
Where are the good old movies at?
They don't make them.
Nope. I do want to go see The Matrix really bad.
Oh look, you killing me, Smalls.
Yeah, you're killing me, Smalls. That's a good one.
Sandlot.
Sandlot. Look how nice this looks with gold, y'all. This, I would consider this a bougie door hanger.
Yeah. I don't think this will be in my room. Or,
No,
on
your
my front
house.
door or anything.
Look at it though, like totally. I mean, this would look so
Looks
good. College girls, like this is just bougie. And all I did was add a stripe and some.
Now, what would you do with that one? Like, same
I would
thing,
put your
vinyl
last name and maybe like put something up here,
monogram
or like some
themed.
eucalyptus leaves, like some you could staple on
Yeah.
some greenery, but that one's gonna sell too. So this is 2 ideas you can do with your pine circles without having to buy anything extra.
Combine
when
from us in Canton.
Yes, when we come back from the new year, I'll show y'all some of my cutouts that I'm gonna put on these, and we'll do some of those. So y'all have a great Christmas. Thank you so much for watching. Scarlett will be back on Monday. Bye.